Hey folks, Blackcross here, and welcome to another vlog video. Happy 4th of July! Probably some of you don't even give a crap, but oh well. I figure I wish you good as well as happy 4th of July. If it's your day off, then good job. If it's not your day off, then, well, have a good day anyway. So anyway, there's actually a lot of stuff that I want to talk about for this vlog video. For starters, number one being that there's actually going to be like one tiny little rule that I have set for this channel that I'm gonna break. And by break, I mean, let's put it this way. I'm very excited for the game. I really want to play it. But because of the fact that technically it is a game that I have played before, I shouldn't, but I'm going to, because hell with it, it's my channel. I can do whatever the hell I want. I'm gonna break my rules. Anyway, and that is that I'm playing a game that I have technically played before, and it being Kingdom Hearts. Let's put it this way, okay? I have stated this before, and I'm sure some of you, if you've watched my channel religiously, you probably have noticed that I've made reference to Kingdom Hearts several times, actually. Probably close to a dozen, if not more so, if I have to say. And I am really hyped for the 2.8. Wish they would say what date, but it's going to be December. We know it's December, that much we know. We just don't know when, per se. That being said, though, I figured to myself, you know what, for like a Christmas special, I'll be playing the 2.8 final chapter 2 prologue thing. I forgot what it's called now. I know the whole thing is called Kingdom Hearts 2.8 HD Remake Final Chapter Prologue, but the Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep 2.2, whatever it is. Square Enix, when you're making title names, don't confuse your audience, okay? You're making me messed up in the brain at the moment. I hadn't even memorized it at this point. It's been 2 years since they first talked about it, and here I am, I can't even pronounce it right. That being said, however, I thought to myself, I want to play Kingdom Hearts 1. It is my favorite game of all time. Like, yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2 is really good, but Kingdom Hearts holds a special place in my heart overall. Like, I play it so many times, it is ridiculous. So what I figured to myself, I'm going to play Kingdom Hearts 1 for this channel, and if for some reason you want me to play games that I have technically played before, then yeah, I have no argument with it. But I do want to make it like a once a year thing. Like, if people really want me to play games that I played before, I'll play that one once a year. But beyond that, I won't go any further. But I want Kingdom Hearts 1 to be on this channel. I really do. And like I said, we may do Kingdom Hearts 2, but I don't know. But Kingdom Hearts 1 is not going to be a solo play. Rather, I'm going to have somebody right next to me doing commentary with me. And that being Delmar. Delmar and me both played Kingdom Hearts when it first came out. In fact, if it wasn't for Delmar, I probably wouldn't be as big a fan of Kingdom Hearts, much less be as big a gamer as I am right now. So, it's sort of a special place in both of our hearts right now, so that's kind of why I want him to be for this playthrough alone, because of the fact that we both love it so much. Me loving him more so, him kind of an average duo, but let's just leave it at that for the time being. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts 1 is definitely going to be on the channel. When? At the moment, not sure yet. But it is going to happen. Probably sometime either this month or August. Now, there's also another update as well. I mean, there's actually a bunch of updates I want to go ahead and talk about for this vlog. For another starter thing is that I actually have another game that I'm wanting to play. And I'm going to probably spend the next 2 days that I'm off, probably 1 day, depending on how long it takes me. Not quite sure. But, if you have to take a guess, yes, I know, I've heard. Holy crap, have I not heard of all the shit that's been going on with this game? It's bad enough that reviewers got to play it first. You know, especially when you consider the fact that it was a Kickstarter game. Meaning that reviewers shouldn't have gotten it first, as instead those who, you know, put money in for the game itself back when it was a Kickstarter event, they should have gotten the copy first and foremost. And instead, the reviewers got it first. How do I know that? Alpha Omega Sin. He technically put in money for Mighty Number 9, but he hadn't gotten his copy yet. And that kind of got me on my nerves. It's like, of all the people that got Mighty Number 9, they should have been the first ones first. And Alpha never got his first, which kind of ticks me off. And like I said, I don't know Alpha Omega Sin personally, I just know his channel, but the fact that he hadn't gotten it, that kind of does piss me off in a way. But I've heard so many comments about the game. Like, some of it regarding, like, the fact that it's just average, it's not really that special, wasn't worth it. And then the worst part about it all is better than nothing. That's bad. When you consider the fact that we waited for how long now? And what happened to it? And what we got is better than nothing. That's in a game perspective, that's basically an insult. The worst thing you could say is better than nothing. Like, okay, most people would say, oh, the game is okay, it's good, it's not bad. But to say it's better than nothing, that's bad. That's a bad comment to say about the game itself. It's better than nothing? Like, no offense, what? Why would you say stuff about that? And then if that wasn't the worst part, the fact that there are so many people that are talking about the game itself is like, okay, seriously guys, what the frick? The only good thing that has come out of the argument of Mighty Number 9 was that it's not Mega Man. Which, in my personal opinion, that's actually a good thing. Now, why do I say that? The thing is that I've never really, well, technically this is a false statement, but I'm not really a big fan of Mega Man. Why? I haven't played enough. I've beaten 7, well not 7 itself, but Mega Man X7 technically. I had beaten that one years ago. Then I played Mega Man X Mission Commands. Well, I've never really beaten that one. Like I said, I'm getting my information mixed up right now. I can't even remember stuff that I've beaten and what I haven't beaten. But I have played through Mission Commands, but I've never beaten it. And then the only other one that I have played and never beaten was Mega Man Legends. And on looking at all three different directions from like the normal Mega Man settings, well, if you can call Mega Man X7 normal, because for some reason some people say that the 3D version of Mega Man wasn't really the best ones, except for Legends, which I don't know, that's very debatable, really. It really is. So I can't really say for sure if for some reason if it's true or not, because I don't remember. It's been that long ago. Like, I probably was like, I want to say I was probably like 9 or 10 when I played it, so it's been years since I last played it, so it's kind of like a fake memory. But I know that Mission Commands was okay, and then Legends, it played good, I just hadn't had a chance to beat it. The farthest I've gotten was whenever I was fighting that giant bulldozer boss, where you basically kick the boss that was throwing the bombs at you back into it, and it did damage to it. I think that's as far as I've gotten, which I think that's not even like 10% from what I remember. Not quite sure. Like I said, it's been years, so who knows? Maybe if you want me to play Mega Man Legends, I will. You know, you never know what I'll do. And like I said, I've never really played any of the Mega Man games themselves. So it just, for me to play Mighty Number 9 and never played Mega Man is probably, like, Mega Man fans are probably going to hate me after this. Like, I'm going to say right now, the majority of the dislikes are going to be from Mega Man fans themselves, which I understand. I understand perfectly fine. You know, if you want to hate me because of that, that's fine. But Mighty Number 9 isn't classified as a Mega Man game. That's actually a good thing in its opinion, because of the fact that it's not. It's not a Mega Man game. You know, yes, it stemmed from Mega Man, the ideal itself. But just because it's created by the same man who created Mega Man, that does not mean it's going to be a Mega Man game. It's going to be different on its own levels. And knowing that made me happy. So I'm like, you know what, it's a good thing I did pre-order it when I did. That being said, on the other hand, I am kind of nervous of playing this game. But I am going to take time long enough to play it, and I'm going to be recording it for you guys. Because I figured, I can't wait any longer. I want to play it whenever I still have the urge to want to play it. I've waited this long, so I'm going to play it right then and there. So it only makes sense. So there's that game. Another game that has come up, and awkwardly enough, it's come up like a week ago. Heart and Slash. If you've never heard of it, go ahead and look it up right now. It's available on the PlayStation Store right now. And basically what it is, you basically play as this unknown robot, and you're fighting against other robots in this like cybernetic world. And what's really cool is the fact that you have either swords or guns, and you can, from the way it showed at the end of the trailer, it looked like you can customize your own robot from either purchasing or finding pieces and using it to make your own robot, which that makes me happy. I for the longest time, I've wanted a game like this to exist, where you got your own little robot in a like three-dimensional world where you're fighting, sort of like in a Kingdom Hearts like style, action oriented, and throughout the entire time you get to customize your robot, and I like that idea. I do. There are very few games that does it perfectly, and by perfectly I mean they get to the point of where they're good, but they never go past great. This one actually looks like it's promising, which is why I've got it downloaded. So that's another game I'm wanting to play too. Now, I've technically pre-ordered 3 games right now. I would say 4, but because they haven't announced an exact date for Kingdom Hearts 2.8, I'm kind of hesitant at the moment. So I'm going to wait until they actually make an official announcement of when. I would like to know when. Square Enix, please. Just December isn't enough. But anyway, I've got 3 that are pre-ordered. Obviously, you all know I've got Final Fantasy 15 pre-ordered. That's obvious. But then I've got 2 other games. They are Deus Ex Mankind Divided, and then Attack on Titan. I've been waiting for Attack on Titan game for a long time. After seeing so many fan projects, it's like, I would like to see an actual Attack on Titan project being made. And sure enough, after Tokyo Game Show. Why did I forget that? The Tokyo Game Show convention last year. After seeing that, I was like, this is great. And the good thing is, it's going to be on consoles. That's what's even more better. And so the announcement is that both Mankind Divided and Attack on Titan is going to be released August 30th. So yeah, I'm going to be playing those 2 games, obviously. When? Don't know yet. I really don't know. But here's what I'm wanting to tell you guys about. Is that Final Fantasy 15 comes out September 30th, as you all know. The problem is that since it comes out September 30th, that means the majority of the time I'm going to be playing Final Fantasy 15, it's probably going to be in the month of October. Which I probably shouldn't do that. And why do I say that? Well, because I had plans to play Fatal Frame 2 in the month of October for the Halloween special. You know, for like how last year I did Fatal Frame 1, I'm wanting to play Fatal Frame 2 because Fatal Frame 1 was actually really good. Despite it scaring the living crap out of me, I actually enjoyed it. I love the gameplay mechanic. So, I'm wanting to play through Fatal Frame 2. But again, because of Final Fantasy 15, I need to work in between recording times to kind of prep up for Fatal Frame. I may end up playing Fatal Frame sometime between August or September. That way I can release Fatal Frame in the month of October. So, already halfway through the year, and there's like a humongous amount of games that I'm wanting to play. But because of my time constraint, I'm not going to be able to play through all of them. So I'm kind of needing to figure out what all I can play in the amount of time. Now, of course, obviously, there's a humongous other games that are coming out this year. Like, for example, The Last Guardian. Obviously, there's... I know Uncharted 4 has come out, but I technically do not have it yet. So bear with me. I'll eventually play that one sometime. But I don't know when. I'm trying to think of it. And then of course there's this is a problem when it comes to like games that have come out in a single year. you aren't able to get all of them. Like, I would love to be able to say, hey, I've got this game, I got this game, I got this game, I got this game. But the problem is that when you're collecting new games, but yet at the same time you're collecting games that you've been wanting to get previously, it makes it kind of hard. Like, so far this year, I don't think I've played an old title game that I have not played yet. I don't think. If I'm not mistaken, even though technically Dark Souls 2 came out a couple of years ago, I was technically playing Dark Souls 2, what was the title of that game again? the re-release series, the one that they re-released for the Xbox One and PS4 edition. Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. Why did I forget that? Scholar of the First Sin. Gosh, my mind is a train wreck. But I mean, it just... And then, of course, there's the DLC for Dark Souls 3. It's supposed to be coming out sometime this fall, so there's another one. So, it just... The other half of this year is going to be a number crunch. Like, I'm going to be literally stuck in the middle of games that I want to play. And then there's another one. Yes, there's more. God Eater Resurrection. It just recently got put on the PlayStation Network as of Thursday morning. Or was it Wednesday morning? I don't know which day it was. I know that I looked on the PlayStation Network, I saw Hard and Slash, and I was like, oh, this looks interesting, this looks cool. And then the next following day, I saw God Eater Resurrection, and I'm like, what? I'm like, there you are! Where have you been? It's like, gosh, it's like when I first heard that it was coming out for an HD remake for the PS4, I was getting hyped and excited. But they have yet mentioned about a US release date, and I'm like, where is it? And then all of a sudden it got released in PlayStation Network, and I'm like, well, there it is. Okay, at least it's there, available for me to play. So it's like, oh my gosh, there's so many games. And there's still games that I have not played that I have technically gotten on my shelf right now, like PS2 titles, that I've never played before, and they have not been touched since they first been bought. So it's kind of like, oh gosh, what do I do now? It's like, gosh, it's ridiculous. The only game that I have played that I've recently gotten, and the only reason why I haven't shown it on the channel was because technically I played it before when it came out for the PlayStation 3 and beat it. And that's Valkyria Chronicles HD. And that game, I love playing that game. That was really a joyride just to go through it and play it. The only gripe that I think I might have with the game, and this is the only gripe that I have with it, is that the game itself doesn't do well in 60 frames per second. Now, I'm not saying gameplay mechanic-wise. No. Gameplay mechanic-wise, it plays perfectly in 60 frames per second. The storyline, on the other hand, when they're in conversation and such, being in 60 frames per second is bad enough when they die. They have, like, this doll rag physics. But then when you get to the cinematic scenes where they're talking and everything like that, it makes it look more like they're rag dolls. It's pretty bad. So, note to self, the game developers, when you got an anime style like game, it's probably a good idea not to go for the full 60 frames. I'm just telling you, it just makes it look a little weird, you know? Oh, but at any rate, though, it's just, that one was really fun, and I wanted to go ahead and play that through while I was doing, because see, like I said, I only do my recording time whenever I am technically off. That's the only time I do my recordings. That way I'm not having to push on a short time basis. On the days that I'm off, I would... That gun computer. On the days that I'm off, I normally like to record. That way I'm not having to rush through. Whereas on the days that I do work, I do play games, but then they're like games that I can play and then put down real quickly. And thankfully, Valkyria Chronicles is one of those games that I can just pick up and then set it down for a little bit. But if you love strategy tactic games, Valkyria Chronicles definitely is a good game. You got to check it out, especially if you're into the permadeath ones. I think someone said it's called a permadeath series, where if they die permanently. In this one, yes, they do die, but the only time they're permanent death is if you don't rescue them. Like, if they're dead, if you see their body on the ground still there, you can rescue them and they'll still be able to be ready for the next mission. It's if you don't save them and then they actually die. And last time I played it, the first time I played it, I had a bunch of people that got killed. It's like, no, not you! It's like, no, not you, you're the cool one! In this one I only had 2, which, don't get me wrong, one of them I wanted to keep because the way he looks, which I'll leave that to you guys too on that one. If you want me to play through Valkyrie Chronicles HD, it's up to you guys. But there was this one guy, he wears sunglasses, and it kind of reminds me of the whole 70s and 80s character. He's really funny. I like him. But it's just, he died, and I'm like, no, not you, why? It's just, but I had fun playing it nonetheless. Let's see, what other thing? But don't worry, Digimon Story Cyber Sleuths, as well as Demon Souls, will still continue on. And I've only got one more episode of the PvP series. After that, it's just going to be like a once-a-month type thing, I guess. I don't know. It all depends. Like right now, I am going through Dark Souls 3 again, very slowly, but this time around, I'm actually going to try to platinum it. Yeah, I tell myself that, and then I'm like, wait a second, the DLC is going to be coming out. You're going to be playing it on New Game Plus 2? Good the fuck luck! You know what they did to Bloodborne? Yeah, they raped badly. Ugh, still sore from that. But at any rate, though, I just wanted to go ahead and talk to you guys about some of the upcoming games that have come out that I've wanted to talk about. And if that's not the bad thing, I'm getting close to 500 videos, so I know the majority of it is Let's Plays, but because I like to play games a lot, I have no problem with it. But I'm wanting to do something special for my 500th video, so be sure to check that out whenever I get to that point, or if I ever do. I hope we have time to where we can. That all depends. But like I said, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you'll be looking forward to some of the games that I'll be playing or trying to play. I swear, I don't have the time in the world to play all the games that I want. And if I did, I will be uploading more videos than I thought. But anyway, though, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. This is Black Cross signing off. Wishing you a wonderful day, and may God bless you, and God bless the USA.